So this is actually the molding floor. This is where we made bottoms for ingot molds. We made pans, alloy pans, and roll chills. All that was done here. This is the maintenance shop. You talk about loud. This room was very loud. They had two belt-driven air compressors back here. So it was very imperative that you kept the patterns in top shape because the customer didn't want no imperfections in their castings. And that's an anvil there.
That's pretty cool.
That's been there as long as I have. Maintenance I did not work in. I didn't do maintenance and I didn't chip, but I worked as a foreman in a chipping shed. I've worked in just about every department other than maintenance. You know, you had to be trained by someone that brought the machines in, and then I would train other people. 25-ton ladles, that would hold.
So they would
that big wheel on there, you would turn it. The big hook would hook into the top of that ladle, and the wheels, as you turn, the pot would rotate down to whatever you were going to pour into. Patterns are back in here. You'll see some patterns. Well, they were, but they took them all out. This is where you can see an outside crane down there. They stored underneath that lean-to, and that's been there for many years. There used to be 3 or 4 cranes out here, and those cranes from that end, and you can see where it stopped, but it actually went to the end of the foundry. And there's some patterns they're emptying out from upstairs now. A lot of it's just being destroyed. This was the pattern shop. At one time we made patterns here. This was the planer, and you don't see many planers this big anymore. But like I said, one time we used to make our patterns here. Any big patterns was sent out, contracted out. The gentleman that worked in here, in fact the last one is upstairs. He worked in here for a year and a half, 2 years, but he journeyed, did his journeymanship in here, which took about 4 years. Oh yeah.
Gears and the chains are all still upstairs.
We actually used to reclaim our sand after we shake the molds out, and they would come into here. We had new sand in these other hoppers to add to it, to replenish it. I actually ran this for a number of years.
Out of service since the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are the hog chains. Those are not our biggest chains. Lift that. You want to try?
Yeah.
Don't hurt your back. There's no workers' comp here anymore.
I bet it is.
That is our number 4 crane. It's what used to charge our furnaces with a magnet. It is run by remote control now. You can run it manually, but it is remote control, and that's how he's running it. That was a control panel in there. You could go in there to raise the furnaces, open the lids, all water cooled. You could check for each furnace the temperatures from there. We got a quote to have them taken out, and it was outrageous. Lined with brick, fire brick, and coated with a refractory. This was a 15, 16 hour day when they ran these. We had to fire these up in the 70s, maybe early 80s. we had a failure on one of the furnaces. So we had no metal, hot metal, to prime the furnace. And the only to do that was to fire this up. We fired it up, EPA came in, says, that's it, shut her down. We got our furnace primed, and that was it.
So that was from the 70s?
Mid 80s, I'd say.
It's been sitting here.
It's been sitting here. One thing from working over here, and like I said, I did just about every job, I knew what that guys went through. And if there's something they wanted to help them get their job done,
Yeah.
I bought it. I went and got it.